So you start by putting your index finger on the second fret of the G string. So that's actually an A minor. You can choose either middle finger or index. I'm choosing index, but I'll explain in a second. So index, and then I'm playing the G, C, E, A strings like one after each other. So playing a chord broken like that is called an arpeggio. So after I've done that, I'm shifting this index finger one fret to the left. So this is why I'm starting with my index finger. And then I'm placing my middle finger on the second fret of the G string. I leave the C string open. And then I'm putting my ring finger on the second fret of the A string. So this is an E7. So you have... I'm plucking all the strings, which means that I'm playing all the strings at the same time. So after I've done that, I lift my middle finger and play the E string, C string, and A string, one after each other. So it sounds like this. Now I'm shifting my ring finger one fret to the right, so that makes a C chord. And I'm plucking all the strings now. I'm playing an open E string, open C string, and then again the A string. So it's the same pattern as with the E7. All of them, E string, C string, A, and then with the C again, all of them, E string, C string, A. After this you're going to play a D major chord, which is your index finger on the second fret of the G string, middle finger on the second fret of the C string, and your ring finger on the second fret of the E string. Now I'm plucking all the strings again, and again playing that same pattern, E string, C string, A string. And now I'm not lifting any of my fingers off first. So it's really D major with all the strings. E, C, A. While this A string is resonating, you can move to the next chord, which is an F. And now I'm playing the E string, C string, and then again the E string. So, and now I'm letting that one ring a bit. So it's... And now I'm doing A string, E string, C string. So it's... So now I'm going to go to the second fret of the A string with my middle finger and the third fret of the E string with my ring. Now I'm going to go with my index finger on the second fret of the G string again. But now I'm going to go with my pink or the ring finger on the third fret of the A string as well. And then I'm going to do a little two plucks, actually, one after each other. So like that. 1, 2. And I'm muting between the plucks. So what I mean by that is this. Pluck, stop. I'm stopping with my right hand. And then again, playing it, letting it ring. And now I'm going to go to the A string, open. And while I'm playing that open A string, I'm going to go travel to the 7th fret of that A string. And sliding with my pink to the 8th fret and then playing the 7th again. So it's... And I'm using my pink for this because now I have to repeat that intro. And if my pink is already here on the 7th, it's an easier transition. See, so I don't have to travel that far. So now I can just play the whole thing again. So for the first part, you're going to play the open A string. And then you're going to put your middle finger on the 2nd fret of that string. And now you're going to put your pink on the 3rd fret. And at the same time, lift your middle finger and put your index finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. Now you're going to pluck all the strings. So it's... After this, you're going to play the open C string. So... And now put your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. and again open A string. So it's, and the second fret and the open string, you play that a bit quick after each other. So it's ba ba ba. That's what you want to go for. So now you're gonna go to E7, pluck all the strings, and now you're gonna play the G and C string one after each other. This is not a part of the main melody, but it adds volume to the arrangement. So it's, now you're gonna do a hammer on from the open A string to the second fret, and now you're gonna play a C and play the bottom 3 strings. So first you're gonna pluck the bottom 3 strings, and then you're gonna play only the A string, and now you're gonna slide it to the 5th fret. So like that. You're gonna go back to the 3rd fret of the A string, and now you're gonna play a bar. Now I'm hitting the bottom 3 strings followed by the G string. So it's, so my middle finger is gonna go to the 3rd fret of the A string, and my pink is gonna go to the 5th fret of that string. So it's, now I'm gonna put this pink on the 7th fret. I'm not gonna slide it towards there, but I'm gonna like literally shift it. I'm gonna put my index finger on the 5th frets of the C, E, and A string. And now I'm gonna play the bottom 3 strings. And while I'm playing them, I'm doing a hammer on with my pink or ring finger, depends on the size of your hand, from the 5th to the 7th fret, like that. After you've done that, I'm lifting my ring finger or pink and playing the 5th fret of the A string. My pink then goes to the 8th fret of the E string. So it's, okay, so after this part, I'm shifting back to a G, but I'm not playing it like this. I'm playing it by putting my index finger on the C, E, and A string, and my middle finger on the 3rd fret of the E string. So it actually goes from here to here. So you can see the shift happening, and then I'm not really moving much of my hand. So that makes my whole transition quicker. Now I'm playing the G, plucking all the strings. And with my pink, I'm going to go to the 5th fret of the E string. And then I'm letting go of the pink and playing the 3rd fret. So it's, and now I'm letting go of my index finger and I'm playing this 3rd fret of the E string together with the open C string. And I'm sliding this finger to the 5th fret of the E string. So I'm plucking 2 strings, but during this pluck I'm sliding one of the notes up. It gives an effect of an open string combined with the slide. So actually it gives more volume to the whole slide. So I'm doing a slide from 3rd to 5th. And then I can do a little like vibration on the 5th fret to give more emphasis, but I can also just leave it like this. So it's, I hope you learned a lot from this tutorial, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.